Proof of vaccination for travel could be considered discriminatory. Ensuring that inequity in the distribution of vaccines does not hinder the restart of tourism and related services. Jamaica tourism minister urged members to consider all the implications that a vaccine passport could have, primarily on tourism-dependent countries. There can hardly be a harmonized position for digital passports and other biosanitary protocols when some countries and regions lag dramatically behind. The minister made his comments on proof of vaccination for travel in his capacity as chair of the Organization of American States (OASH), Inter-American Committee on Tourism Sitter Working Group 4, which was developed to create a recovery action plan for the airline and cruise industries. Speaking recently during the group's third virtual meeting, Minister Bartlett said, "Effective management of COVID-19 and recovery of the global economy requires a concerted and collaborative effort from all member states. We need to move together on this or else we risk a deterioration of the situation in developing countries, the effects of which will inevitably spread to neighbors in the region and beyond. This is the first step in ensuring that inequity in the distribution of vaccines does not hinder the restart of tourism and related services. Any requirement for proof of vaccination for travel which does not take into account this reality could very well be considered discriminatory," he added. He urged members to consider all the implications that a vaccine passport could have, primarily on tourism-dependent countries. Therefore, it is pertinent for the Americas to be a strong voice in introducing the recovery recommendations that will work for the region. There can hardly be a harmonized position for digital passports and other biosanitary protocols when some countries and regions lag dramatically behind in their health response systems, including the vaccination process. If we remain committed to leaving no one behind, we are best positioned to move farther ahead, said the minister. Bartlett also called for an expeditious review and approval process to facilitate quicker rollout of safe and effective vaccines. He said there have been reports of vaccines being administered which have not met with widespread acceptance, and the World Health Organization (WHO) has a role to play as the global norm and standard-setting specialized agency of the UN on public health matters. According to Sitter, the objective of the special meeting was to provide a space for a discussion on the key parameters necessary for resuming activity in the tourism sector in the region. The intent of the meeting was to work towards building consensus regarding coordination of actions among countries to engender confidence on the part of travelers, to ensure that the tourism sector in the Americas returns at least to its pre-COVID-19 path. The output of the working group will be delivered for the consideration of the 25th Inter-American Congress of Ministers and High-Level Authorities of Tourism in October 2021. More news about Jamaica. #RebuildingTravel